Hey there, welcome back, Vehicle City Models. Thanks for tuning in. We got an update on the Ford Mustang GT4 from Tamiya. We're done. Was able to get her wrapped up Sunday evening over the weekend and get it finished up. And man, did this turn out great. What a nice kit to build. It's the second Tamiya car kit I've built, and what a pleasure. I mean, they just go together so nice. So the engineering is done so well. Had a real good time building this. Took my time, really focused on each detail and built each individual thing as its own little model, or tried to, and didn't rush, and kind of chipped away at it. And the results are there. I'm really happy with it. This is probably without a doubt the nicest car model I've ever built. I was downstairs counting, and I think it's right around number 30. So as a on and off lifetime airplane modeler, it takes you about 18 to 20 months to get decent at building a car, apparently. Um, yeah, this is probably about the 30th car I've built, and by far the nicest one. And it helps to start with a really good, source, a good template. I mean, this kit's so nice and goes together so nice that it just kind of lined up for me that way. A couple of the things I did. I added the aftermarket carbon fiber decal, put it on the splitter on the bottom and on the side skirts, and then on the mirrors and the door handles. That was from Scale Motorsports. This stuff, picked this up down in Fort Wayne, so you can see it in action right there. Looks really good on the splitter in person when the light hits it. It looks really good. I even went ahead and I did put the kit provided decal for the carbon fiber on the wing on, and it didn't look as good. So I actually went over it and covered it in this carbon fiber. I did have a problem with the one door handle. Um, they were tough to do. I'm not fully happy with them. Um, I did put this one on with just white glue, just in case I got to take it off, because I did break it and kind of have to glue it back together. And they didn't turn out as nice as I'd hoped. So still debating on that. But overall, what a great kit, and it turned out fantastic. Um, I'm really happy with it and the way it turned out. So um, pretty stoked about that and the way it finished. I'm looking forward to doing another one. I don't know how quick in the future, but definitely going to be keeping my eyes out for more Tamiya kits in the near future, um, and look at some different builds um, with those, because man, do these go together nice. But there it is, the Mustang, the Ford GT4. I do have to put the skid plates on underneath. That's the only thing I haven't done. I was letting a few last couple things dry up I had to do over the weekend, and it's ready now. So in the next week or so, I'll get those on, and then put it in a case, and it'll be ready to for show season this fall and this winter. So there it is. That's completed. While I got you, we'll do a quick update on the Kevco group build, the wagon, my '63 Nova Chevy 2 wagon, and this thing's nearing the end as well. The chassis is completely done. This has been in the dehydrator, as it seems like it always is. I sprayed MCW silver gloss on the roof, um, put that on. It's actually been wet sanded, but I had to do a little bit of touch up work, as you can see along the edges, and that's done. I kept changing my mind back and forth on where the silver, the trim meets the body, and I've looked at so many pictures, and it just didn't look right the way I had it. So I tweaked that a little bit. It's ready to go, though. It needs a nice light wet sanding, and then we'll clear it, and it sits on here great. And I took my time when I built this, and prefabbed everything. And as somebody who has never built a kit bash, taken multiple kits and put them together, taken my time and pre-fitting everything, it was super important. I don't want to sit here and push on this quite yet, but you get the idea. Yeah, there. So it sits really nice. It turned out really cool. I don't know how practical of a real vehicle this would be. talking to a buddy the other night, and I'm like, man, this little chassis here, this little Nova 2 with that big 398 in it, um, that thing would get it. The big Mickey Thompsons on the back, that'd be pretty wild to try to control that car. It's a good thing it's got disc brakes on it, and it would probably need a parachute for sure, but uh, it's just about ready to go. Glass is ready. I tinted the rear glass. I think that's going to look cool. The big change with this is for the second or third time in this build, I had a problem with the hood. And if you remember, I custom made the hood from the Nova, put a scoop on it, was super proud of it. It actually turned out really good, especially for my first time ever trying something like that. But I kept having problems matching the body paint, and I painted them together, took my time as much as I could, and I still screwed it up. Just rookie, just not enough talent to be, blunt and experienced yet. So I stripped it once, started from scratch, had it perfect, put the first coat on, put the second coat on, and the third coat, I went too dark again. I thought I had it right, and I think what was happening, this particular pigment, this MCW enamel, it's getting darker as it dries, and quite a bit darker, more than normal. So I probably should have been shooting for a little bit lighter tone on the hood to match the body, but again, I don't know that if I was ever going to get it. So after some frustration and stripping this thing a few times, I came up with a solution. I see this with a lot of hot rods and gassers and whatnot. We're just going to go with the flat black hood. I think it looks pretty cool with the blacked out tires. I think it's gonna match in the glass being blacked out. I think it's gonna look pretty sweet. So I'm also doing something with this for the first time. I'm gonna try I picked up a sheet of the bare metal foil, the black chrome trim. So all this body panels and the panel down here, it's all gonna get black chrome, bare metal foil, then with the black hood. That should look pretty cool. Wasn't exactly what I was going for, but that's the direction I went. The build changed, and that's what I did to make it work. And I think it's going to work out cool. Now, whether or not I'm going to finish detailing the engine, probably not. This is probably going to be more of a curbside. I'll just have the hood on it. There is some room. I could do a little bit in there, but that big block is squished down in there, and I don't have a whole lot of room to do anything. The headers are actually up against the up against the frame pretty much. So probably not going to detail that. That's just the kit engine from the Chevelle, and it's in my opinion, it's pretty chintzy. I tried to weather it. I redid the chrome on one of them myself, trying to make it look better, and to me, I don't know, it just looks way too fake. So we'll probably just do more of a curbside look and have the hood on there, and I think that will look pretty cool. So that's where we're at with those builds. I did have one little part for the Mustang, the little antenna receiver there, that was in the dehydrator overnight as well with this, letting the chrome and the clear blue. So that's got to go on the Mustang, and like I said, the the skid plates underneath. But the Nova, we're just about there. Turned out really neat. We'll see how good of a job I did. I got to remove this masking. It's been dry now for over 24 hours, and it baked overnight. I'm pretty fortunate. My workshop is right across the hallway from where I sleep, and both bedroom doors are open, and this thing isn't very loud, my dehydrator, so I run it nonstop when I'm home. Like some other people out there, I'm a little nervous about running it when I'm not home. I know it's probably fine. It's like, but I don't even like leaving fans on when I'm not home. Any power running, other than the refrigerator and freezers or maybe your air conditioning, I've always shut it off. Probably the way we were all raised too, to be frugal as well. But I don't like to run it when I'm not home. But I'll run it at night, overnight, all the time. And for me, I let the MCW enamel sit for about an hour or two and really let it level. After that, I think it's pretty much as flat as it's going to be, and I let her go. I let her rock, and I go straight to the dehydrator, and I find that works best for me. I don't touch it. I don't get fingerprints in it, and I get a decent finish. I've learned a lot. Going to the 0.3 needle on the Grex has really made a difference. It's forced me to paint better, I think. This body, I got it on way too thick again, but I learned a lot during this body, I think. So I'm kind of excited, getting ready to start work on the Comet, the Pro Touring Comet from Mobius tonight. That's where I'm going to be actually, starting that kit, because this is going to go to wet sand, and it's been a long day at work, and it's going to be a long week at work. I'm not ready to start bare metal foil on this build. It's going to take a deep breath in a couple of days before I want to get into some bare metal foil, I think, right now. For me, it's something I kind of have to be in the right state of mind, and be ready to really focus in to do it. So, but I'm going to start the old Mobius, the Comet here, the Pro Touring, the 64. This was an older kit. This was one I ordered from my shop, and it does not have the corrected body lines on it. The other one that I have in there, I bought that down at Nationals, and the vendor had a sign up saying they were the corrected body. And I've also been into a couple shops that since have a bunch of these in our. It didn't bother me. I went ahead and sanded it off this time, and it came off really easily, where Comet was spelled backwards in the molding. I guess the new one's the one I have in there. I haven't opened. It's corrected, but I removed that. Looking forward to doing it. I've already built the K code version, which is pretty much the same exact build, with just a few different features, and it's a Mobius kit. They go together. I've done 3 or 4 of these vehicles, and they go together for, just as well as the Tamiya kits, just about. Maybe not quite as smooth, but that's what we're doing next. And it's not going to be white. I've already decided that. And we're going to do something different with the top this time for the first time. So I'm going to use this as another, like everything I do, it's going to be new. I'm going to be doing some new things on it that I've never done on other kits, but should turn out pretty good. Looking forward to starting this, the Pro Touring, and getting that going. But that's the update from the bench. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and the new subscribers. Thanks everybody for checking it out, and my silliness here, blabbing on about building models. It's therapeutic, and I enjoy it. It keeps my blood pressure down. My blood pressure's dropped significantly since I got back into modeling. So I appreciate you watching. Thanks again. Everybody have a great rest of your week. Take care. Be safe. See you next time.